All right, welcome back. Second period intermission. Pleased to have with us Dave Lammi,
Thank you for
who
having
I
me.
just met prior to the game. So we have no prior knowledge of one another, do we?
We do not.
Well,
No.
anyway, Dave, of course, the father of Chase Lammi, number 23 here, first-year player for the Panthers. So, Dave, I guess obviously you come down. Your son, your dad is here. Is that right? The three of you?
Us, yes.
Nice, good. So for you come down. You were telling me you come down earlier in the year, but this is really the first time you come down to see Chase play with the Panthers. What's been your? I know you've been tuning in. You were saying you were tuning into games online in the past, but what's it been like? Your first impression seeing an AUS game here and watching your boy play in the green and white?
It's super fast.
Yeah.
It's super fast. We went to support Chase to many of his junior games, and the speed out here is just incredible.
Yeah.
You can't see it when you're playing, you're watching on the TV.
Yeah.
It looks much slower. You get in front of the crowd, watching the ice, it's just so fast. Yeah.
So just so people who don't know, Chase played Tier 2.
He did, yes.
Right, Kempville was his last stop. He played, prior to that, he was in Rockland, no?
No, he was in Kempville for 4 years, and he got traded at the deadline last year
Right.
to the Ottawa Junior Senators.
Ottawa Junior Senators, correct.
Yeah.
So, if you look at it, if you think about it, there's always even the major junior guys take a little bit of a time to adjust. It's an extra level of adjustment. But I have to say, your son's done a really good job in terms of adjusting to play here at the AUS level.
He calls home on a regular basis, and he says every time he touches the ice, he feels like the game slows down just a bit more every time. So to get those exhibition games in and to be able to get in the lineup with some bodies that are hurt and play every day, he feels like the game's slowing down for him, and it's getting a little bit more realistic for him.
How did he feel before coming here? Like, was was there an element of nervousness or trepidation or, questioning, wondering about what's it going to be like? You're coming about halfway across the country. What was he thinking prior to coming here?
He was a little nervous that the game out east would be really quick.
Right.
So he knew that this is one of the most competitive conferences in all of U Sports. So when he was offered his position, he jumped at it, just so excited to be able to come out here and play with some of the best in Canada.
So if being in the CCHL, a lot of guys that play in the CCHL, the BCHL, the British Columbia Hockey League, they tend to be more inclined to go to stateside. Was that something that Chase had intended or had always wanted, or was he always kind of leaning to thinking he would like to be able to play at a Canadian university or a university of any sort?
He actually had a Division I scholarship offered to him at 17 years old out of the Northern Ontario Junior Hockey League when he played his first year at 16.
Okay.
He played for the Espanola Paper Kings, that's what they're called now.
Yeah.
So he had a scholarship to St. Lawrence University at 17.
What's that, the ECAC?
That's the ECAC.
Yeah, right.
So he had that for about 2.5 to 3 years, and he saw what COVID did. COVID started pushing bodies back, bringing transfers in, and he sat down with his mom and his dad and his agent and said, I just don't know how much time I'm going to get to play. So he switched gears with his agent, and Forbes was many conversations with him, and he was just super excited to say, look, I'm going to stay in Canada.
Cool.
And he wants to do business or economics, which he felt that it would be a better path staying in Canada and not having to do some extra schooling once he got out.
So would he have done any schooling like when he was in Ottawa and with Kempville, or is he kind of starting pretty much from scratch?
No, he did. He took 6 online credits, so they all transferred over to UPEI.
Cool.
So his course load is very light this year. In the first semester, he wanted to come in and really get acclimatized to the school, acclimatized to hockey, give himself every chance he had to come in and fit in and get into the gym a lot. So he took a light course load, a light one on the next semester, and then Forbes said just go at it and take advantage of the money that we have for you.
Smart. So what's his impression been? How's he, I know you were mentioning earlier he's living with Kate Kowalski. We were talking about Ryan Kowalski, who's Dave Reed's nephew, and you're wondering, is there any kind of connection with Ryan Kowalski and not Dave's nephew, Dave's son-in-law, but he lives with Kate, I understand. Anybody else?
He does. He lives with Kate. He also lives with Logan Murphy Kelly.
Okay.
And Josh Curry.
Okay.
So the four of them live together. They have a really good relationship.
Nice.
You can see Josh is playing his first game today, and he's super skilled. And I know
Good start.
the two of them were very excited to play with each other today. So,
Good.
yeah,
Good.
he's really excited to play with his roommate.
So we had a couple of kids that played, and I noticed you're from Sudbury. We had a couple of guys that played in the Sudbury Wolves, and Darian and Drake Pialon. Did you
Yes.
happen to watch guys like that during your time when they were
We
playing
did.
up with the Wolves?
We
Cole
did.
Candela, of course, played there for a bit as well, too.
We watched the Pilon brothers play, and they were a treat. There was never a dull moment when they were on the ice. I'm sure you guys got to witness that
Oh, yeah.
over the last 4 or 5 years.
Oh,
but
yeah.
they brought some giddy up and go. They
Well,
brought a
it's-
swagger to the team.
It's safe to say, Dave, that I played in the 80s. I've been following this team forever. I've never seen a duo like the Pilon brothers in all my time watching UPI hockey.
They were super exciting to watch in Sudbury. So they had the fans on their feet and on their toes every single game.
You love
They're
to
just
have them
fun.
in your uniform, and you hate playing against them.
You would not want to play against those boys for sure.
Right. So, Dave, listen, thanks for coming in. It was great having you here.
You're welcome.
Great to see Chase. He's really, like I said earlier, I'm very impressed at the level of adjustment he's made here. And thanks for coming on short
Thank
notice.
you very
Good
much.
to meet you.
Thank you very much.
Hope to see you again sometime.
For sure. Thank you.
Thanks, Dave.